V, I didn't think it goes up that far. You are gonna see something special today. Unless I die, then you're not seeing jack squat. All right. So we have a couple things lined up. Number one, Dead Cells streak at 9 BC. As soon as I manipulate the number here, boom, just like that. Number two, we have a hashtag ad segment. It's a game called Synced. What I've been described to as Risk of Rain 2 meets Apex Legends meets Destiny. Like a little bit of Destiny. Probably like more Apex with PvE and PvP, but it's Risk of Rain 2. That's what we're gonna be doing for a sponsored segment after Dead Cells. And then, yo, Billy YouTube Panda Master. Holy smokes, that's a gamer right there. And then after that, we're gonna do a V Try Me. Every Tuesday we do a V Try Me. Today's is Cardboard King. Just like it's a card shop owner simulator with a roguelike deck builder built in. So should be extremely, extremely interesting. And when it comes to deck builders, those are really right up my alley. I don't do them a lot on stream because some are like Giga Brain, and I really like being able to interact with the chat. But this one I'm excited for. And the devs did reach out to take a look at the game. Not really as a sponsor, but just, hey, we know you like Yu-Gi-Oh! I can see it in your eyes. You've seen every season except GX. You gotta play this game. That's where we are. What is 9BCV? We have a command. You can do exclamation point BC in the chat. That'll give you every modifier we have enabled. What? GX was great? Maybe I shouldn't have watched the dub. Maybe that one was a sub only. That might be the issue. Alright, so before we get into our first run, does anyone have a skin request? The last time I did not take a skin request, I died. So it's probably important that every single run, I get this from the viewer. It's bad luck if I don't. You like GX? I'm out of the loop. But what I will say is that Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds is probably in like my top 5 favorite anime of all time. And like, I'm sure a lot of people won't agree with that. But if you watch the sub, because 4Kids removed a lot of content. Oh wow, I can't pause. Actually, I have to reset so I can set up my thought process and set up the segment too. So 4Kids ate a lot of the arcs in 5Ds. So when you watch the sub version, not only is it like a little darker, but there's content in there that doesn't exist in the US. Even some of the video games cut out some of those later segments. So it's definitely like worth a watch, in my opinion. Thank you for the skin recommendation, by the way. Trying to drink water too. I'm feeling dehydrated. It's like my brain is still on yesterday, I think. Okay. So let's paint the picture. We have Dead Cells streaking. We're up to streak 2. That means we won 1, and we will hopefully win this one. I'm not allowed to play survival. I would like to play brutality. So I think I'm gonna go with this. Because I'm a little worried that if I play tactics second and the difficulty goes up, brutality will be at a disadvantage. And I don't want to wish that upon the brutality. Our last win had Flint in it though, so this is a good sign. He do be a Flint gamer. Let's make sure assist mode is correct. As you can see, we have 150% bonus health and bonus damage dealt to me. The malaise counter is on permanent mode, so that as we're going through the biome, we will always get malaise until we clear it. So it's even more incentive that I have to cleanse the map before I leave. Oh my god, I thought I had the shield out. That's not good. Only streak 2 with 4 modifiers. What happened? So I died at some point. But what I decided was that, is it really fun to like go through like from modifier 0, basically playing a normal game of Dead Cells? Maybe not. Maybe we keep it as is, knowing that like this is a hard difficulty. And you know, that might be pretty cool. I was about to say, if that thing hits me, I'm actually gonna rage. We just need like, I mean, not the flint's bad. I prefer to get something else. Wall secret at the small step below the elite room. Oh god. But what's really cool is that I also enable more food is infected. So if we find that wall secret, it's actually a good test to see if modifier 4 is enabled. Okay. Do you only play vanilla Dead Cells? Could you be a little more specific on the term vanilla? Maybe like non-modded? Have you ever tried mods in Dead Cells V? Legendary punishment. I'll take that. So yeah, I do typically only play non-modded Dead Cells, and I leave mods for special events. I'm not opposed to it. I don't think we need this. And to be fair, the mod support wasn't as good back in the day as it is now. I just don't know if like the modding scene is still like as interested in doing mods as they are now. There's a lot of people doing skins and a lot of people doing music, which is fantastic. Like the skins and music are actually top notch. Wow. I really want the V.30 here. That's fine. But there's not like a ton of other mods that are super interesting besides old stuff that we've done before. There's not a ton of level editors out there. There's not a ton of like custom bosses. No one's done a randomizer. Well, some people have done randomizers, but I don't think there's one on the workshop. So basically where we're at is this tough spot where, oh, secret. I'll start from here. Where like, it might be more interesting for me to make my own custom run than it is to look for mods. Okay, so that was wall food. It wasn't infected. So I think we have godlike RNG right now. So hopefully we should be in good shape. Right now, it's set for 95% greater chances of infected food. I think the initial monsters... Oh my god, that's so tempting. I think the monsters do have guaranteed non-infected food. And then the wall food might be like RNG. At least that's my thought as to what's happening here. Let's bring out... We'll bring out Gastro. Frenzy would have been okay, too. I'm sorry for the dumb question, but what does 9 BC mean? What does it mean that it's above 5? We have a command exclamation point BC. Give you the list of all the modifiers we have going. This is a good flint. Why is every flint I pick up so good? Is this sleeper OP? Unfortunately, I don't think Serenade can like one-shot a bat anymore. Not with the difficulty we have set. Not on 9 BC, it can't. Yo, Speedy. Thank you for that raid. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Speedy, do you watch, football at all? Football? We were talking about how Brazil lost to Croatia and then Croatia got stomped by Argentina. So we were using the old League of Legends, how in the world do they lose to this kind of meme? Imagine losing to Croatia if you're Brazil. Oh my god, oh. Toxic Sewers, by the way. Yo, for Ward. They have that 16th month. Sweet 16. I hope you have a good birthday or whatever Sweet 16 is. I hope you get that Lambo. Or the Tesla. And I hope you get the latest iPhone. I wonder if there's a way for me to increase the speed of the monsters outside of melees. Duran did it with Bloodshot melees. I'd be really curious if that's something that I can manipulate as well. Or shoot, maybe there's a time where we have to just freaking ask Duran for the tech. You won shards 13 and 14. Nice. That's Revita that we're talking about. I didn't have to eat that. We've been doing... I'll try it for a little while. We recently did a rating 22 roguelike games for 2022. And Revita was in that list. I don't want to say I gave it like a toxic rating. I really hope I didn't. I gave it an A strictly because I'm not very good at the game. I want to be good, but being good requires hours. What is Serenade talking about? Who are you talking to? Alright, so as you see, we got the Hollow Knight Sword. We got the up tech. Swipe up like it's Tinder. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Apparently I can't really do it there. Ooh. Where's the damage? That's, that might be a little questionable. It does hit behind you, though, so it's pretty good. Do I have a Tinder? I've never used Tinder a day of my life. I don't know which way to swipe. No. I think we have to run and use the health pot. Just have to watch for poison. All right. That's a bad sign for the pure nail, just to say that. Almost lost the streak immediately. Now that could be a me issue. You all know me. I don't really care for Hollow Knight. I'll play it. But am I gonna like it? That's a different question altogether. Oily Serenade. Serenade is not oily. Have I played Hollow Knight? Yeah, I played it. I think I got... How many hours did I put into Hollow Knight? I didn't beat it, but I did spend a decent amount of hours. I want to say at least like 70 hours. Another one. Okay. Calm it down. It's alright, people. It's alright. Yeah, so I probably did about 70 hours of Hollow Knight. Didn't beat it. And then everyone kept asking me to play Hollow Knight. So I decided to do a speed run, where I just copied a speedrunner on YouTube. Not Fireborn, I copied someone else. Pest? Is that the name? Pest? I wanted to say Pestily, but I think that's like an Escape from Tarkov content creator. But lo and behold, we got the speedrun win in Hollow Knight. And now, I never have to play that game again. Okay. Let's look at our item. It's hard for me to look because I can't actually pause. Torch 6 applies 2 stacks of fire instead of 1. Wow, I'm surprised there was food there. Okay. No way was it 70 hours? Yeah, it was maybe 40 hours. There's real hours when I put into the game. Just trying to like 100% it or something. But unfortunately, I was playing it on stream. This is really why I never finish Hollow Knight outside of the speedrun. And it's no offense to Hollow Knight, maybe it's full offense to me. I played it on stream, and suffice to say, it didn't do well. And that's a me issue. It's my fault that I didn't stream it very well. So it really didn't get the viewership I wanted. So I canned it. That's what it is. And like, I don't want to say that every stream has to be like the best viewership stream of all time. But you know, you kind of want the double dip a little bit. It feels good like when a game is fun and it does well at the same time. Oh my god, what hit me that time? I'm getting hit by stuff constantly, and I have no idea what it is half the time. Food. There's no food down there. 20% HP. I'm trying to decide, do I use the health pot or not? I feel like I shouldn't. Not a good overlap in audiences. Well, it was a long time ago. So it was long before like I was anywhere near where I am right now. So there may be a world where, okay, V, if you revisit Hollow Knight now, maybe it will do okay. And when I say okay, like, okay is a different term for a lot of people. I'll check my, well, my malaise is cleared, so I can pause. I actually can't pause the game because of the malaise is permanent and keeps going up until I clear the map. All right, so Steam, Hollow Knight. Okay, I have 49 hours in Hollow Knight, which means that probably 4 or 5 of those hours was the speed run. Which I know, yes, I get it. It's weird that you speed ran the game and it still took you 4 hours. Think about it from my perspective. Not only have I not beaten the game before and I'm speed running it, I'm following a YouTube guide on the speed run. So I'm like, I have to do tech that I don't even know what it is. It's hard out there. Okay. I gotta do the challenge rift. I might use the health pot. Like, worst case scenario, we go Tainted Flask. Because if I get hit in here and die, I'm gonna be so upset. Like, I don't rage on stream or even in real life. Like, you all are never gonna catch me rage unless I die without using the health pot. I actually have a good clip out there that someone took. It was like actual good advice,
hey, V.
And it was a whole segment about raging. Badger, thank you for that. Another 24-monther. That's 2 24-monthers today. Twinsies? Were you all born to the same family and then switched at birth? Never know. How can you play League without raging? Because usually it's funny. A good example. One of our good buddies, I'm gonna make this as a joke. If my good buddy is in the chat right now, I am not saying this in any toxic manner. I had a lot of fun when we played, and I will continue to have more fun playing games. I notice how much I'm saying this up. Frenzy is kind of bad, but combo should actually be really good. So our good buddy is a top laner. They were playing Dr. Mundo top and just like hard stomping like a Giga Smurf in the top lane whenever they're playing Dr. Mundo. And then suddenly the enemy team picked Dr. Mundo. And they're like, okay, I'm gonna play like just a counter pick. So they picked a counter pick. It could be like Callista, Vayne, whatever. Even Teemo, just basic auto attack AP Teemo. And the Dr. Mundo ended up being like 5-0 after laning phase. No, during laning phase. And for those who don't know League of Legends terms, that means that the Dr. Mundo hard stomped our buddy. Which is very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. But what our buddy was saying was basically like, this champion is so freaking busted. How in the world does Riot not fix this? Like, my buddy actually did the same thing to multiple people during our games. And then when it happened back to them, now it was like a problem. And to me, that was the funniest thing I have ever heard. It's not rage inducing for me, it's pure gold. And that's not to say that I'm laughing at my friend, I'm laughing with my friend. Because I'm sure if I were to tell them that story, they would be laughing too. Like, in the heat of it, you don't know that that's what's going on unless you're at outside party. And I guess that's for me, like, very typical, is that I'm the outside party to whatever the rage is happening. So I should feel very lucky that I'm not either A, inducing rage, or B, the one being raged upon. Yo, JC, 11 months. What do you want for your birthday? Can we get a exclamation point birthday in the chat for JC? Not yet, but next month. Mental is very important while climbing. Very true. Tiltation. I talk about this even in Dead Cells. Being tilted in Dead Cells, you see it right away. Like, you all will know when I'm tilted. It is not invisible. Yo, JC, thanks for that viewer build. I can't pause. I'm gonna have to look at that a little bit later because I can't pause right now. Okay. So the torch is kind of a slow burn, no pun intended. It's strong, but it can't just one-shot the enemy. You gotta let it roast a little bit. You gotta let it cook. But the cooking is actually extremely good. Hello. I saved it. That was a frozen Alaskan crab right there. This is kind of scary, not gonna lie. So there's a couple things going on in this run. Not only do the monsters have increased HP, so they're tankier, they actually deal more damage. So like that punishment parry probably would have killed this thing back in the day. That's not to say that the punishment has been nerfed. I actually increased the monster HP. He was tilted in Path of Exile. So I've been playing Path of Exile offline. About like 30 minutes here and there. For those who don't know, Path of Exile is a very popular action RPG. None of this food has been infected, by the way. I think the modifier doesn't work. This is a legendary? It is. Legendary Balance Blade. Move speed on crit. Frenzy. I don't know. What do y'all think about this? Torch or Balance Blade? Backpack? I mean, I could backpack the Balance Blade. I mean, backpack the Torch and main hand the Balance Blade. Maybe that's the option. I don't think you backpack the Balance Blade, though. You think it's better than the Torch? The Balance Blade? I do like the idea of Frenzy just for playing the game. I wonder if it works with the bonus. Ooh. Balance Blade with poison. That sounds good. I know the Corrupted Cloud is a little redundant. We'll probably get rid of that at some point. Okay. I think we're good to go. So I'm gonna assume that the malaise from food is broken right now. Otherwise, all of this would be infected. But what I do have is that if I use a health pot, the health pot does not remove infection. So I think it's still like relatively working. I feel like there isn't a situation where you don't pick up the cards. They're good. I feel like if I had a slow weapon, maybe we consider not doing it. Conjunct. Concierge. Rare concierge. I hate ramparts. I really don't like this map. You can go to conjunct either way. I just don't want to fight conjunct. I don't know if I can keep up with it with the balance blade. Especially because it has like 50% extra HP. Might be kind of bad. I do want to apologize if I miss any chat, by the way. Feel free to let me know if I happen to. Bonus while you're full, crit 20%. And if we get Frenzy, maybe that's a thing? Maybe I can try... This is gonna be so weird. Maybe I can do something like this? I don't think the move speed works with velocity. I think the move speed that comes from the legendary doesn't work with anything. We'll test it with Frenzy. I feel like mutations like what doesn't... what? Let you change. Mutations like velocity don't work. We'll certainly find out. I got the crit, so I have the healing. But look, the move speed's already gone. There's no way that thing works. All right. We're jamming. Yo, Celso, good to see you if I didn't say hi to you earlier. Up to now, you did not miss a message. Is that what you just typed? Okay, we gotta think about what our Corrosive Cloud replacement is too. Ooh, I can buy a freaking health flask here. Wait, this is actually super good. All right, that I think is worth it in and of itself. Yo, Slimy. Twitch Prime rewards like my new way to discover random Korean MMOs. I have never submitted like my Amazon Prime to Twitch Prime. I actually don't even have Amazon Prime right now. I think I'm in the minority on that. Anyone else in chat who does not have Amazon Prime? Am I by myself? Oh, I didn't go back to look at the viewer build, my bad. I'm not used to having to go fast. There's nothing to watch on Amazon. Amazon Prime Video. What about Amazon Prime Music? You know what I did use my Amazon Prime for? Photos. You can upload photos. Yes, they have my data. They have pictures of Buster and Airless. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. But I got photos, and I have not gotten photos in many years. Prime Video has Invincible. It's a good show. Confirmed. Oh crap, my malaise is going up. I can't even do shops. I'm almost at 10. The Boys is pretty good too. I don't watch really any television. So before the stream started, we actually spent a small segment looking at Twitch recap. Twitch actually sent out information, your data, of what you've been watching over the year. Ooh. Are oddly satisfying. And I have watched a lot of hours of Twitch. Various people. A lot of my good buddies. SD, Kage Myth, Pleasantly Twisted. You just played yourself. So yeah, I don't watch TV. All I watch are streamers and YouTubers. Is that bad? Like, we make fun of Zoomers for doing that. I think that's my one, like, Zoomer tendency. Is all I watch is content creators. Like, no TV at all. Like, you would think I'm an iPad baby. But I'm definitely not. I was outside as a kid all the time until my parents got me a Sega Genesis, and then I didn't want to go outside anymore. Jorbs is in your top. Shoutouts to Jorbs, by the way. He was playing some, what's the name of that game? It's like a, not really a civilization game. Not Across the Obelisk. Something. It's like a builder game, but sort of a roguelite at the same time. Against the Storm. Yeah. Did you all see that? I took no damage, but my parry didn't actually work. Is that... Oh, because I have foresight. I actually forgot that's a thing. I mean, kind of cool. Foresight value sort of saved my life. By same, I almost watch no TV, only Twitch and YouTube. Big same right there. Okay, I promise that Frenzy is doing something. V, I hate to break it to you, buddy. I don't even want to look at the number of how much I might be getting off Frenzy. I just assume that's 1 billion health every hit. Another legendary? Goodness, like, how many legendaries have we seen? Legendary Ice Bow. Huh. Is that good? What if I told you that Red Bow is cracked out of its mind like Forward in Twitch chat just said? Now, I know the description is weird. The description is enemies hit by this will thaw more slowly. But what it really does is that the enemy stays frozen for longer when it's being hit. So, like, I'm gonna freeze an enemy, I'm gonna smack it, and then it should not unfreeze. Like that. I don't know if it's RNG, but see, that was 2 hits on a frozen target. I don't know if that's a translation issue or what. Definitely need shots pierce. But it'd be kind of cool to imagine that you could use the bow on a boss and then load in like a few balance blade swipes. Part of me thinks there is no world where that's good. But we will certainly find out. Certainly find out. I'm certainly gonna use it more than I use the shield on the boss. Alright, there we go. I need replacement for Corrosive Cloud. Is Ice Bow just better than Frost Blast? I would say the answer is no. Because Frost Blast, you don't have to roll for Pierce. And on this, I apparently do. So like, if you have a bunch of leeches in front of you, for example, Ice Bow is borderline useless in that scenario. Face Flask. Vengeance. Where does Vengeance go in place of combo? It's not an easy win. Like, I'm telling you, this is not an easy win. Replace velocity? But my healing. Need healing. Yeah, so velocity doesn't work with the crit bonus from Legendary Balance Blade. Like, it doesn't increase the move speed on that. All it's doing is making it work more in a biome. Alright, 5,000 health. Was also interesting. The Balance Blade does bonus while we're full. We will never be full. Well, no, we will be full because we're rocking Frenzy. Alright, not bad, not bad. Why did you skip from 8 BC to 50 BC? Are you saying that running the Balance Blade is gonna make the game harder? Oh. We got the $20,000 Face Flask, the one that gives you the move speed? I didn't know that. Okay, I wasn't gonna run Instincto, but now I can. Instincto. Vengeance Frenzy. The Frenzy is a little odd. Let's do a prediction. It won't be for this boss though. We're gonna do a pure win or lose. The prediction. That's why you said to take it? I didn't even notice that. My bad. Will V win streak number 2? Yes, easy game. No, game hard. I'm gonna give you all 1 minute. Using Face Flask with 50% more damage isn't a bad idea. It should only really make me take like 10 damage. I only took 4, so it doesn't appear to affect that. The Vengeance. Oh, you're saying it's actually a good idea. Okay, my bad, I misread. So yeah, we're taking extra damage from everything. Vengeance reduces the damage I take by 30% if I spam it. So it's almost the best case scenario build-wise. Should be very, very good. Yo, Kinky Slayer asks, what do you think is the best build for Hayabusa Gauntlets? I'm a huge fan of Phaser with the Hayabusas. And the reason why is you kind of need something. Big pop. Oh, right. Face Flask destroys the crit from Balance Blade. Balance Blade requires you to not take any damage. If you take damage, it actually removes your crits. Oh, I haven't done this at all, by the way. D, stop trolling. Ooh, that was spicy. Stay right there. So a little bit of anti-synergy with the Balance Blade, but we can perhaps replace Balance Blade with Swift Sword and be in really good shape, I think. Okay. We'll see what the legendary is. Maybe the legendary throws our entire plan out the window. Gotta sell a giant killer. That's how we lost the last streak. We tried to main hand that. So yeah, if I didn't answer the question, Phaser does a good job of giving you that damage to get you closer to the 40%. And because it's on such a short cooldown, you can use the Phaser as sort of like a dodge roll. If you're fighting something like Timekeeper, you can Phaser in, punch, punch, she'll turn, try to swipe, Phaser to the other side, punch, punch. A lot of cool tech that you can do with it. And it also solves the issue of monsters like being very high in the air that the Hayabusa gauntlets might not be able to hit. So very, very good stuff. We actually got this on the survival run. I don't remember if we died with the quick bow, but it was in there, just to say that. All right, thank you for the reminder of the viewer build. Our next viewer build is on Wednesday, by the way. We're gonna do them every Wednesday after Wholesome Burst Live. So viewer build submission is from JC, main hand broadsword, offhand boy axe. So already planning on winning. Backpack frontline shield. So bonus damage dealt. Tonic, death orb, legendary only. Anything but the legendary, anything but the broadsword can be swapped if it's a solid find, and that's your call. Any extra sauce you want to add is welcome too. I like legendary broadsword. It's actually super fun. And like every time you get that bubble and outplay an enemy, it feels really good. Do I have 5 minutes for a V react segment? Sure. I may not do it like right this second. But I'm gonna say yes. All right, let's bank it up. This is potentially scary. Mostly because I can't crit. So maybe there's a world where I don't use the Phase Flask. Maintain the crits and see how it does. Phase Flask Vengeance is 75% damage. The crit is double damage. 20% on top of that. I think critting is better overall. This is an interesting thought. But I guess the Phase Flask is there for damage reduction. I might need a math major for that. Do you all think that the Phase Flasks bonus 75% damage from Vengeance, I'm sorry, is better than Balance Blade, which is not a 2x multiplier. It's more like a 1.5 maybe? 1.5 multiplier plus 20%? Maybe that's 70%? I'm not a math major though. Oh wow, you didn't die? It's gonna be interesting. I didn't get the pierce. Yeah, thank you, Slimy, for taking that. Scary. crit is better math-wise. Thank you, math majors. Well, that's a tier 3. That's going to chase me. Look at all this junk I have to fight. Alright, think. So the big issue with this... we gotta figure out how to deal damage. There will be a curse. We definitely have to rotate the cards. Crap, let's find the Gold Gorger first before we do that. This is gonna be a 10 malaise easily. Yeah, see, when you're in a rush, bad things can happen. Always think about what you need to do before you move on. Okay, the freeze enemies around you is actually coming up massive. Alright, we're almost there. Still looking for that Gold Gorger. See how the monster's not breaking? Even with fire, it's not really breaking. Super interesting. Just use the face flash. We can't keep the combo anyway. Is that because we're taking too much damage? Had to do that. Oh, right. I remember the cards are actually influenced by frenzy. Please don't think I'm cheating. I didn't think about that part. So I activated the poison popper and it gave me all of my health back. I didn't think about that. Is that reportable? Probably right. Yeah, that's a little detail I missed once I picked these items up. I don't think it's ban-worthy. It's just, perhaps you should not use Frenzy at the same time if you want to maintain the integrity of the streak. My heart sank. Where's the easy stuff? Imagine dying right here. All right, any more monsters? Yes. Choose the React Gunfire Reborn or Elden Ring mod. Can I get the Elden Ring mod, assuming it's not 18 plus? All right, as much as I love the Balance Blade, it's a little bit of anti-synergy. So we have to get rid of it. Oh my god, can you just die? I'm stressed. I can't pause. Crap. I think I need a weapon. War Spear. Brutality War Spear. Face Flask. Has to be good. Not a Mimic either. Has to be good. The idea that we can't pause. We can't even like look at the shop and try to think. It's extremely interesting. I don't speedrun Dead Cells either. But this will certainly make it a lot easier to play out the build. What in the world? What was he doing? That's an illegal maneuver. Yo, V, can I get a kill rhythm? With a side of pickle? I don't know if I would sell pickle at my restaurant. Like, I'm not really a big fan of pickle. I think if I had to put pickle on a sandwich, I would say, you don't need that. Trust me. I've been working here for 20 years. I've never had to put a pickle on a sandwich before. I'm helping you out. It's a gold gorger. Okay. I don't know what the gold gorger is. There it is. Okay. Yo, cards though? And I've been breaking the ice when they get electrified. Look at this. Is that sick or no? Pickles are great. Paid actor. Paid by Vlasic. I don't even know any other pickle company. I only know Vlasic. So, after this run, I'm gonna take a quick look at percentage of food that's infected. You know what I wonder? I wonder if the number is opposite. Oh, I just lost my cards. Almost as though, like, it says percentage infected 100%, but what it really means is that the percentage that you won't see infected is 100%. See, it's English is hard. People make whole TikToks about like English word contradictions. It's like, yo, Alexa. I was gonna make a joke, and like you may get this sometimes, Alexa. So you're streaming. You're gonna make a very simple joke about English vocabulary, but it's a little 18 plus, because it's like you're gonna talk about how some words don't sound like the way they should be pronounced as other words. So I was going to say home, like spell home, H-O-M-E. Okay, you get that pronunciation. What's the pronunciation of the other word? And then when I thought about it, I was like, wait, that's a A-O with the side of bruh button. So I held off a little bit. Suffice to say, welcome, Alexa. Thank you for bringing your community over. I do appreciate that very, very much. Chat, can we get a shout out? Well, not chat, but mods. Mods, can we get a shout out for Alexa using exclamation point shout out and or slash shout out, which they just added. Good to see you, Alexa. Alexa, are you playing Against the Storm? Cookie time? I like cookies. But we were talking about pickles earlier and how it's a F tier condiment. Like, I assume if you want pickle on your sandwich, you actually, like, want my restaurant to close. Like, that's definitely a negative review on the horizon. Olives are Z tier. I can only eat olives on pizza and only if it's buried under like 50 other things. What is this room? Off in the corner. It can't... Is that Celeste? Maybe it's Celeste. Alexa said that he's not playing Against the Storm. By the way. Olives are the worst. Now, Airless can eat olives like grapes. I remember we were doing, is my malaise going up? No, we must have cleansed, which is weird. I highly doubt I cleansed already. But either way, I think I have to do Celeste because I have to buy another health pot. Which could be a Mimic. Now that I think about it. But yeah, if you can eat olives like they're grapes, you're definitely braver than I am. Like, to me, that almost looks like you're eating black beans, like black frijoles, out of the can. And, like, that's not what you do with frijoles, right? And definitely let me know if I'm wrong. If we have people who, like, use black beans every single day, and you're like, oh yeah, V, every once in a while, in the can, I do like to, you know, have a little nibble. I don't think I could do that either. Crowbar. I don't think so. For those just now tuning in, also the Raiders coming in, I'm VeeDotMe. We haven't played the game with Alexa in a while. Definitely would be excited to do one in the future. But right now what we're doing, we're playing our main game, Dead Cells. And because we're pretty far along in this game, we decided to do a new challenge where we are streaking Dead Cells. I have recently died in the streak. Kind of weird. Where's the other shop? Back there. So we're restarting, but we're actually increasing the difficulty every time I die. So we kept the difficulty as is. Which seems horrifying. But when you think about it, rather than playing normal Dead Cells and beating it again and then getting back to where we were, we can just keep the difficulty mods on, where we consider this as like hard. This is where death could happen. Okay. So this is a Mimic Chance. Mimicked Hayabusa, not super great. Mimicked Queen. Mimicked Meat Skewer. I'm running Instincto, so I should just take this, I think. Not a Mimic. $20,000. That means it's a food Mimic. Sorry, it's DC Streak with no S. My apologies if I put the S in there. Yo, Sound. I'm playing Borderlands, which I snagged the Game of the Year edition, 1, 2, and the prequel for $28 on the Switch. How does that run on the Switch, by the way? That sounds like it could be a really fun travel game, depending on how it runs. Oh yeah. We're swimming now, chat. Oh my god. That was a next level cannon. I rocks with the meat skewer a little bit. He do be cooking sometimes. Now that we got the air fryer. I'm on Switch Lite and it runs pretty smooth. That's pretty good to hear. Definitely hope you enjoy it. I am not using this ice bow. I just need Pierce All or something to make it fun. I remember when V used to hate meat skewer. But this is like the Ravita situation. Like, all I needed was hours. I didn't know that. Okay, so this should give me 2 health flasks for 1 mimic. Okay, it's a little cracked at it. He cooks sometimes. Jamaican brother. I'm making meat skewer with a side of mimic. Surprise legendary ice bow doesn't have force pierce all. Because I guess the idea is that a forced pierce all ice bow is just frost blast. But unfortunately, they also gave it the same legendary affix as frost blast. So I think they still made that mistake anyway. What it should be is something like completely different than Frost Blast. I just don't know what that would be. You can't do double ammo because like that doesn't really function. I think if it's shot by itself, it could be kind of interesting. But we don't have anything in the game like that. Like, it just shoots from your body without having to do it yourself. I don't know if that's OP or not. But there's got to be something to separate the two of them. Can't really give ice stuff much else. Unless it's something completely unique like the ice armor. And that should be what we want. Like at the end of the day. Bonus to slow down. I think I keep it for now because I'm afraid to do too many rerolls. Okay. A little bit harder to get pierced than I thought. Cavern. Undying Shores. Sepulcher. I can do Scarecrow. Assuming that, like, when do I don't want to do Giant? I'm probably not gonna buy anything. I have no money to buy anything. I don't really want to do another curse. Clock Tower. New modifier, skip Giant. That'd be interesting. I don't want to do Sepulcher. I guess I fight Giant. We'll have to figure out something. Because I get it that Giant might be the path of least resistance. And when it comes to streaking, we were saying that we don't want the streaks to just end up being... B's gonna do the same thing every single time to maintain the streak. So, perhaps... I don't know if you outright ban the Giant. Because there's definitely some instances where, like, oh yeah, this build right here cannot beat the giant. Like, if I'm going ice armor. Not ice armor, I'm sorry. Ice bow. Does absolutely nothing against the giant. Wait, why do I do no damage all of a sudden? No vengeance, I guess. Giant's also a full malaise. Oh, you don't get frozen. You're right. Where am I? There's certainly nothing wrong with banning Giant somehow. I just think that I don't want to simply remove Giant from the choices. We just have to make it hard somehow. We're just dancing on the monster, no big deal. Your meat skewer is gonna do terrible against those things in the caverns. That's where I'm hoping my poison is gonna work out. Wow. Again. Sayonara, sucker. At least now we can speed up a little bit. If you beat Giant, now you can't go Giant next time. So that means like 50% of the runs we're gonna do, I'm allowed to go to the Giant. I'm not saying that's unreasonable. I feel like it's a little bit of a band-aid. You know what I wish I had? I wish I had Fog Gate Randomizer. Like, I need to be able to go through a transition. And, like, I don't know what boss it's gonna be. It's just gonna be random. But that doesn't exist right now. As far as I know, anyway. The guy hit up Duran on Billy Billy. I would pay too. Like if Duran took USD, I would not mind paying for that kind of mod to be added. Shoot, I think people like Point Crow has done that themselves, where it's like you pay as a content creator for like a professional mod to be made. And right now, what I'm leaning towards is Fog Gate Randomizer. Would be nice if you can't repeat a boss or biome. Now, to be fair, I could make up or use Alexa's Pyramid and draw random cards and make that be the mandatory route. It's just like I have to do that outside of Dead Cells. If I could incorporate that into Dead Cells somehow, it would be even better. Okay. I'm now starting to believe that food is 100% not infected. So, like, it's either translation issue or I can't read. Legendary? Y in the chat or N in the chat? Hook me up. Just a simple Y or N. That's all I need. Let you change. One Y, everyone else is an N. Pretty good. I'm glad we're all in agreement with each other. I just lost an orb to the lava. By the way, the monster's HP is increased by 50%. Wow, that hurt. I love it that whenever I say stuff like that, I freaking get blasted by a monster. It's like I'm trying to flex and then that just happens. How could you see me? What the bird doing? I wish I knew by the end of the game how much Frenzy has healed me for. Ooh. We're just trying to maintain the streak. The game's making it awfully difficult. Hello. Goodbye. I'm not using Phase Flask enough. I think that's the issue. 9 BC. Yo, Loot, good to see you. Loot, let me know if you want the hookup. I don't mind. That would be a cool mode to request a DPS counter. Or at least by the end of the game, add it all up. Almost like we're playing Vampire Survivors. I want to see I heal 3 million health thanks to Frenzy. Rip orbs? Can we get some F's in the chat for my orbs gone too soon for the lava? Unlucky. May as well just rotate these things now before I forget about it. Wow. Alright, whoever said that the Earthshaker was actually really scary with this weapon is absolutely correct. Had a 4 times meat skewer run yesterday. Don't tend to use it, but that was fun. It is nice to slide in the DMs of the monster. It's just what's not nice is when monsters don't care. When they have you blocked and unfollowed. Oh my god, that thing goes forever? I thought it disappears. Okay, we're almost back. Sick iframes. You do be gaming sometimes. Twitch said I have become a mod for 5 hours. When I become a mod, I only watch. I don't think you're a mod, not in this channel. Maybe someone modded you in some other channel. B, stream is tagged as just chatting. Is it really? Can someone type exclamation point current? It is. I don't know if I can pause. I think the malaise is still going up. I can't, excuse me, I can't pause until I clear this. Oh, exclamation point status maybe? What in the world? No? Nothing works? Okay, I can pause now. Okay. I mean, to be fair, there's plenty of other people in just chatting playing games. Is it wrong for me to do the same thing? You all see that up there? That legit? It's free. If it's free, it's for me. I haven't done this in probably 2 years. Scary. Interesting. I haven't done that in 2 years. And now I'm worried, like, what if you actually can't get up there right now and it's bugged? And no one knows it's bugged. It's been like that for like the last 12 months. Yeah, I actually have triple jump and I wasn't doing it. I didn't think I had to. You did it 2 months ago? Okay, so now you're the confirmation that it is real. It is possible. Sayonara, sucker. See, every time I even look at a laser glaive, I almost die. I think it's a scam weapon. And not to say it's bad, I think the lose rate is just a little too high for me. Yo, El Kind, thanks for stopping by. Hope you had fun in Alexa's stream, and I hope you had a little bit of fun here. Barricade upgrade, okay. That's really, really good. Only got $9,000 now. Okay. Nice to see Barricade in the store finally. You thought it was bugged. I regret to inform you, Loot. We have merchandise categories turned off. That's the only reason why it shows up. Because it's no color, it's in there with merchandise categories. Where's the weapon shop? Am I tripping? By the way, after this, we do have a hashtag ad segment that I think you all will enjoy. Midas blood. I just have no money. If I were to get this, I can't even reset to get Midas blood. Alright, I'm freaking broke. I bought 2 health pots this run, so I spent $40,000 on healing items. It's probably a little rough. All right. What if you choose random color or merchandise category? Is it not in there? To be fair, I didn't try it enough to do that. I just turned off merchandise categories and immediately saw it. But you're right. The cards may be in there if you hit the dice rather than hitting an actual scroll. Okay, let's... I don't have a ton of money. Bleeding, burning oil. That's oil I can't get rid of the move speed, I think. We gotta get rid of this thing. Alright. Okay, boss time. Is this a mod that increases the scaling of the game, or are we being cheeky? It's not a mod. The monster HP and damage is increased. We have seen it. As a matter of fact, you should see it here. This is the giant though, so perhaps it won't be as tanky as we think, but I can assure you each fist and the eyeball has 50% bonus health and damage. Don't ask me how I know that. It's toxic to say it. Oh my god, I popped that at the wrong time. That would have been such a good pop. Okay, so this is where the meat skewer has a little bit of an issue. But it seems okay right now. There we go. Because like you can only float for so long. So to actually be able to get hits on the eyeball can be kind of stressful. That's why I kind of wanted to get that laser glaive, so I can at least destroy the fist and not have to worry about those and only think about the eyeball. But of course, the laser glaive almost killed me. So perhaps it's a good thing we didn't. Alright. What can this build kill? I think it's spoiler, to be honest. I think Meat Skewer struggles against servants. Unless we get something legendary. It's not awful. It's really not. Hit like the chef from Rogue Legacy 2. I wonder if that's actually a shout out to Rogue Legacy 2. With the current mods, you can do exclamation point BC for the current mods. I don't think we're using this. Right now, I'm trying to decide if I want to entertain that ice bow or not. Okay. I can't do Shipwreck. I think this dies in Shipwreck. Do I have enough money to reset for Distillery? $4,000? And then I'll need 8,000. Just for the chance to fight the servants. With a weapon that I assume is better on servants than it is on Hand of the King. I just have no confidence without some kind of crowd control. Grapple hook, stun grenade, even a rampart shield. If I could get a rampart shield and take it into that, it would be pretty good against servants. But right now, I'm not feeling like I'm gonna be able to land frontals. Kind of the good thing about going Distillery is you have choice. It's like I could still go, but if I don't think it's happening, I may as well take the easy route. In the future, he will have to go Distillery every time. I'll be burnt out. Burnt out of going Distillery every time, or burnt out from skipping Distillery and going the easy route. Because you're right, when it comes to trying to do these streaks, we want to make sure that the run is as entertaining as possible. I value the entertainment probably more than the win rate, to be honest. But we do want to make sure that we're making the game harder in a good way, like in a fun way. For example, we could say, oh, V, you have to do 10 push-ups after you kill every monster. Will the game be harder? Yeah. Like, even to make me do 1 push-up, yes, the game will be harder. But is it fun? For a little while, sure, but not too long after that. Now, I can say getting all these legendaries is super fun. Especially because the other day, all I was getting were legendary vampirisms. I feel like the game is actually liking me all of a sudden. Perhaps now they killed me. If you want to make distillery mandatory, that would also make no masochist allowed. Yeah, but there's money involved. So if I reset for masochist, because eventually we're gonna have the legendary forge deactivated. If you look at my money now, I'm at 12,000. I know it sounds like it's gonna be simple, but there is some difficulty in there. Yo, Slimy, good to see you, by the way. Thank you for that hydration. I don't mind my malaise going up on this map. For some reason, this map clears your malaise very quickly. I don't know why. I wish the ice bow worked on the servants to like an incredible degree. Oh wow, you didn't even unfreeze. Whoa, who in the world put that there? Like, if I could freeze a servant and get in like 3 free hits with the Panchaku, I would definitely go there, but I can't guarantee it. All right. Looking good, people, looking good. It's like, I shouldn't even eat the food, to be honest. Isn't Pan supposed to be burning the enemy? It really doesn't look like it's doing it. It is. I think the poison is just a little overbearing. Oops. The poison skull. A little more important, I guess. But I guess if you think about it, would you rather know something is poisonous or would you rather know that it's hot? I feel like I can at least make an educated guess that something's hot. I won't, like, if steam, maybe it's like red or something. But do I really need to see the poison? Yes. It could be clear. It could be cute. It could be like bright colored, like a little froggy. So the poison is a lot more important. Oh my god. Twins? Goodbye, twins. Reminder, we do have a sponsored segment after this. We're gonna be playing Apex Legends Risk of Rain 2. Or rather, Risk of Rain 2 meets Apex. I don't know what order I want to say it in. Yo, Blaze. Thank you for that docket. I feel good about this run. Which means that the next run we do has to be... Alright, famous last words. The next run has to be tactics. Getting our money back here. Good luck on the run. Thank you, Cosmic Cody. I appreciate that. What's the name of the game? Sounds fun. It is called Synced. S-Y-N-C-H-E-D. From Next Studios, the people who did Crown Trick, which is a roguelite. It's synced. Isn't that what I said? What did I say? You said synced? What is this? Words on string? Am I gonna get a 3-star? Sell this. Let's test out the Vengeance. Not Vengeance, the Frenzy. Yeah, see how it actually healed me a little bit? Didn't heal me for a ton. So I feel a lot better. But I believe people said that the poison heals you for way too much when you layer it with the Frenzy. I should check if I can increase the damage traps do. What do y'all think about that? The next modifier, increase the damage dealt by traps. Hades has that. Perhaps we need that in Dead Cells. Perhaps. Of course, that's only if I can actually manipulate it. Was that cheese not poisoned? I don't think any of the cheese has been poisoned. I think we somehow made all food not infected, which makes me feel like I shouldn't pick it up. And then we'll go back into a custom mode and see what the setting says. Does that not just make Masochist mandatory? It could, but then again, someone was also saying that perhaps a modifier should be you are only allowed 2 mutations. So if you're playing tactics and you need disengage and you need point blank, there's no room for Masochist there. Right? It's a very interesting idea. Very scary at the same time. All right, I want to say we're good to go. Let me roll this and see if a Rampart shows up. Doesn't trap damage have a max HP limit? That's why I said I don't know if I can manipulate that. But it'd be cool to see if it is possible. All right. If I got Rampart, I would have taken it. Okay. Watch the throne. We do heal in the fight, so I feel like I'm not like super upset about being at 72%. It's synced PvP, it's both PvP and PvE. They have 2 different modes. And I believe the PvP is like PvP, no, PvEVP. Because I think there's enemies that you fight over as a squad. But we'll find out once we get into that game. Hit 1 spike, boom, instant life support. It sounds fun. Until I get hit, and then it probably won't be fun anymore. I never turn on trap damage in Hades. Like in 32 heat, it takes a lot for me to actually activate that. I hate it. I'll do double forced overtime before I do that. Sick. I knew I could have parried. Oh my god, if only I popped all that poison, that would have been so good. Pop it. He didn't like that. Oh my god, I wanted to get the spin so bad. Alright, so you all don't know, but at that moment, this happens every day that I stream, every single day. There's a single moment where I'm thinking, if I land this, it will be the most pog thing I've done the entire day. Like, I think of it in an instant. It's today the day I try to parry these with the spin from Panchaku. For those who don't know, the spin parries bombs. I tried it, paid for it. It's not my fault. If you all were there, you would have done it too. I bet every single one of you would have tried that same parry. I did it first. I take all the credit. Rip orbs? How in the world did you die? Okay. So we're in the final biome. We did do spoiler last time, I believe. But again, we haven't been doing only spoiler. We have done a couple queens for the streak. And I do hope to do more. I do like the idea of like deciding based off of the build which direction to go in. Take that. Ooh. I love how much health we're getting back. Boom. Pretty much the same thing. Does the poison proc count as melee for the purposes of frenzy? I believe it does. If I have an elite that can really showcase it on, I'll try. Assuming I don't get to full before then. And supposedly it's like incredibly potent. Game breaking, if you will. Okay, here we go. Good target. I completely screwed that up. I should go behind it. I think that's the issue. If we attack it from behind, surely we won't kill it. I tried to fight Giant with Oven Axe the other day. It didn't go well. See, that's why I think banning Giant isn't the way to go from the streak. Because there will be times where we cannot go Giant because it's a throw. Imagine selling that in this build. I heal from 56 to 64 off just basic melee attacks. Oh, wow. I was like, wait, I don't remember this part of the island. We're not in Kansas anymore? Okay. New modifier, you have to go Giant if you get Oven Axe. You have to, it's almost like a Pokemon hardcore Nuzlocke. You must use the weaker Pokemon. He was going to Mars! Did you all see that? He double pumped it. That's kind of sick. Ow. Reportable. Can I get a Y in the chat if that's reportable, or N in the chat if nah, V? I didn't see jack squat. I'm not snitching. You do you, buddy. Just save some for me. That's all the chat's saying. We bring all of us up at the same time. I love doing that. Okay. The other thing I'm doing is I'm not doing the speed run skip. For those who know about that. For those who know about that. For those who know about. For those who. For those who know about that. It's that right there. It allows you to open the gates to hell. We're not gonna do that today. And I'm gonna try not to do it in any of the runs. If you catch me doing it, please report me. Ooh. I'm like secretly playing. I'm not allowed to pick up food because all the food is uninfected. V, keep the door open. There's enough room behind there for all of us. As long as you don't report that. Now, I've said this before. Anyone in my chat, you are allowed to take clips of my stream. Go to other... I'm sorry. Let me take that back. You're allowed to take clips of my stream. Go to Reddit. Farm karma. Or go to the Discord and report whatever you see. You have my full permission. The only thing you do not have permission to do is go to some other streamer and post what you just saw. And that's not because I don't want streamers to know. I don't want you to spam other streamers with other people's content. It's kind of weird. Kind of cringe, TBH. Or at least, like, for me. Like, I don't mind people giving me stuff to look at. I am making that an open door. But what you don't know is if other streamers have that door open themselves. If you don't ask the question and you just post, it's kind of weird. So yeah, if someone wants to report that to the feds, I'm not gonna say anything. You're welcome to do whatever you want. If whoever doesn't plan to report it, use it while you can. Sorry if I miss any chat, by the way. I'm kind of like in the zone, oddly enough. That was really weird. How many potions do you need before it pops? Poison? No, poison doesn't do that. Poison stacks. I want to say infinitely. So like when we fight the boss, you'll see way too much poison. I missed. All right, 70%. I think that's okay. $78. Does that mean I healed 8% off those birds? Was I truly at 70% or did I just skip a digit? I was at 77. Okay. I gave myself a little extra bone there. I'm a winner. B, it was 1%. I do be winning, so. Okay. So we got the flask. I'm at 80%. I could buy food, and then I'll still have the remaining $10,000 if I want to reset. So let's go ahead and do that. I know there's free food on the map, but that food is like not kosher. Right? It's not. Oh, crap, I need Rampart. I ate food the whole game, though. That was before I put 2 and 2 together. Like, we never saw a single infected food. I thought it was just RNG. But once we got, like, a little deeper in, I was like, okay, this is, starting to be a little too convenient. Ice Curse Sword. Okay. We're good to go. This run took us a little while. But either way, I like the result. I think we had a good thing going here. I'm excited if we get the win to think about what the next modifier is going to be. Knock on wood. You never know what's going to happen. This is Dead Cells after all. Okay. Stun, bleeding. If I could get, like, poison. $4,000. Got the poison. Got the star. I want to say I leave everything else. Okay, final build. We can keep the frenzy. Or we swap it for emergency triage. I think that's the smart thing to do. The frenzy tech is cool and all, but I probably don't like need it. What I really need is to win. For those who don't know, this is spoiler content coming up. If you don't want to see the true boss of Dead Cells, back out now. But of course, this should be a very, very interesting fight. Might be very quick too, depending on how much I get to game in here. Boss might not let me, for all I know. But the last, let's get in here. This is possibly streak 2 with 9 BC enabled. Hoping for a clean 10 BC by Saturday. Back again for the medicine. Donating all those cells. Can you, the pan spin, do any reflects on this? Yes, it can reflect the bombs. Look at all that poison. Pop it. Oh my god. Pop it. 30 million health. Down the drain. He wish he had it. Now, is that the deck doing all the work? Or is that VeeDotMe doing all the work? Surely I have to do something. Oh, I could have just stood there. Unlucky. All right. Got a hit out of me. I respect it. Drink up. Boom! pretty good. Not gonna lie. We do have one banned skill in the run, in the streak. It's the weapon that drops from this boss. We have that banned. But that'll be nothing. If there was ever a case that something should be bannable, we may have seen a little bit of evidence today. Not compelling evidence, just considerations, right? We got good stuff. Good stuff is allowed to be good. Doesn't have to be banned. It's a matter of if it's too easy. If I had the spoiler weapon, it might be too easy. The deck requires at least a little bit of brain usage. And when I say brain usage, I don't mean that, like, you have to be quote-unquote smart to play it. It's just more so a little bit of game knowledge. Know that this attack is gonna give me a ton of poison, this attack won't. The boss does this, I'm gonna get the invincibility, and then when that wears off, then I press the invincible button. Fortify doesn't really do anything. Barricade, whatever it's called. And then we're right back in the driver's seat. So it's pretty good, I will say that much. And that actually puts us at a new streak. It's not a record though. So we're going to be upping the number of exclamation point DC streak. Look at my malaise going up. I literally just spawned and my malaise is going up. So DC streak is now at a 2 out of we don't know. Let's check out custom mode. Yeah, loot's the homie. Thank you for that clip loot. Definitely appreciate that. Okay, so what we did, get ready to read. Reading is fundamental. Percentage chance the food is infected. It's at 0%. How is it at 0? It was at 95 when I went to bed last night. Who touched it? Did Buster touch it? I promise you, I went to bed, I did everything. I was like, okay, I'm gonna set up the stream early so that by the time that I do the Dead Cells run, I don't have to think about it. I did potions don't heal infection, and then I did percentage of food at 95. I purposely didn't do 100. To be fair, you set it to 100 before, and I still got clean food. That is true. So I set it at 95 to think that maybe like 100 is not sufficient. Like it has to be some other number. So that means it went up like, oh, it went all the way down to 0. Lower max potions from 4 to 3. We'll do that eventually. I think the next modifier I'm going to add, let's look at these. Curse level. You can actually increase the amount of monsters to kill with a curse. That could cause some death. Number of maximum mutations. We can turn it down to 2. Oh my god. You can't. It actually caps out at 4. Really? I guess that's because like there's a door and you can't go through the door without getting a mutation. They probably don't have like a way to do that. I'd like to have some mutations because I feel like that's Dead Cells. If I don't have mutations, then I'm not really playing Dead Cells at all. So maybe like if I wanted to do a mutation thing, it's like one of these is mandatory. YOLO? What do y'all think about that? Like YOLO mandatory. Because then, like, it does eat a slot, and the odds of me using YOLO is, like, I guess a little slim. Obviously, if it saves me, that's great, but then I'm locked in. Mandatory wish. The only issue I have with mandatory wish is some of the weapons are giga busted. So I would take it knowing that I would be fishing out for legendary flint. Mandatory gold plating. Holy crap, that sounds nasty. Mandatory tactical retreat. I think this actually works sometimes. So yeah, it's interesting to think about. So it's an option. We also have stuff like no recycling. It's like recycling turned off. Forge level. That's if we can like double upgrade stuff. Gold reserves, max pot. Someone said we could bring that down to 3. Interesting that there's a permanent timer here and also a permanent timer in the pause menu. I guess I should just turn this on just in case that does anything. Everything else? Oh yeah, these two. Percentage of objects with quality S, you can also turn down to 0. The mutation where food infects you? I don't think there is a thing that does that, right? Definitely correct me if I'm wrong, though. Either way, we got next game it. We have a sponsored segment coming up. Definitely keep the ideas coming. Like, I need to know. Acceptance. Acceptance reduces curses by half. So, like, you could think maybe the game's a little easier because Cursed Chest is only 5 rather than 10. But you're right, it does eat a slot, so that is still a thing. React. Andre or SlimyYy? Oh, actually, I should have the react if it was posted. Yeah, it's in here. 1 hour ago. Mod approved Elden Ring react segment. I like it, I like it. I do kind of miss Elden Ring. I just don't want to do PvP content. I'll do anything but PvP. Not to say that people are like tryhards. It's more so whenever you do Souls PvP,